This is how to assemble the Eco Poppy purple display box. We open it up and remove the contents of the box. And inside, there's a diagram that shows us all the parts that we should have. So we're going to check those off. So first of all, we have a bunch of rods. And if you notice, there's some longer ones and shorter ones. The shorter ones are A. So this is A. The longer ones are B. This is B. The very longest ones are C. Let's arrange these so that the feet are at the bottom. So there is C. We have one part D. E, we have two of the longer bars with holes at either end. F, we have two of the shorter bars with holes at either end. Now we have hardware. And if we empty out our hardware box and sort everything, first of all, G is some 30 millimeter screws. So this is G. H is some M6 by 50 millimeter screws. So 1, 2. We have 12 of these PA screws. And notice that there's 2 washers already on here, because the next thing we're going to do is count out 32 of these thinner washers. So there's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32. So we have all of those that we should have. K, part K are these thicker washers. We have 2 of those. L are these nuts that are already attached to the bolts. M are these plastic inserts, threaded inserts. And then finally we have one part N, which is the box itself. So I'm just going to take this out of the package. And there we have it. So these are all of our parts. Now we start with the step 1, and in step 1 we're going to take the B rods, which are these longer rods, and we're going to put some of these inserts on either end. Okay, so there's 1, 2, 3, and we're going to press these in until they go all the way. So 1, 2, 3. Now we do the same to the other end of the rod. So 1, 2, 3. And if you look at these, one end is wider, the other end is rounded. The rounded end goes in. So we press those down. Okay. So that's the beginning of our first step. The next part of this is to assemble 2 of the legs with some of the side bars and these 3 bars that we just put together. And the detail shows how the screws go. So I'll just show you that as we go. So we're going to take one of these legs, and I'm going to take one of these screws with a washer, put it through the outside. Now if you look, one of these is a round hole, one of these is indented. We will start going from the outside through the round hole. Okay, and one more washer over here. And then we put all right, we are going to put one of these on the inside. Okay, and then we're going to attach this. This can require pretty good grip. Okay. Now to make it consistent, look at this angle. It's going to sit like this on the ground. So we're going to take another one of these and we're going to turn it so that the leg is facing the same way. And now we're going to repeat the operation that we just did. So a screw, a thin washer that goes through here, another thin washer, and another one of these flat bars. I'm going to put this together like so, and now we just tighten this one down. So now if we look at this, it looks like the top part of this picture. Okay, now the next thing we're going to do is assemble another B bar, one of these, and we're going to put these short bars on it. So again, a screw, a washer, that goes through the inside, second hole down. Okay. And this guy, and one of these B rods. And I'm just going to set up the other side the same way. So screw and a washer through the outside. Another short bar. And then we're going to attach this to our other B rod right here. There we go. Now we'll use our screwdriver to tighten these up. Getting a grip on that internal bar, that round bar, B bar, so it doesn't turn. That one's tight. And then we'll turn this around, make this one tight. Okay. So we straighten these up, raise the bars, and you can see that this is what we were supposed to accomplish in part 1. The final part is to put that bottom bar in. So we're going to put the bottom bar in. So this is another B bar. And again, we use screw, washer. I need a thin, yeah, okay. And we'll tighten this one up. Okay, we'll take another screw and a washer, put that through. We need one more washer, thin washer. Then the other end of the bar goes onto that. Turn this around to tighten it. So we have completed part 1. So now we're going to move to part 2, which involves using the other 2 part C long legs and putting a bar at the bottom, and this time it's an A bar. So the A bars are the shorter bars, and again we're going to put these fittings in both ends of the bar and push them all the way down so that they're nice and tight. And again, we will turn these so that the feet are facing the same way. One of these from the outside, another washer, one of these bars. Go ahead and prepare the other side. Tighten these up. And that's all of step 2. This is what we were supposed to accomplish. So we will turn to step 3. And in step 3, we're going to put the 2 parts we assembled together with a bolt in the middle. And this is going to be one of the bolts with the nuts on it. And according to the detail, it gets a thin washer on the outside, but a heavy washer on the inside. So here's the thin washer on the outside. If you'll notice, one side is wider than the other. They will fit inside. They'll nest very nicely. So I'm going to put the bolt through here. I'm going to put the heavy washer in between as a cushion. Oh, heavy washer in between. What did I do with it? There it is. And then a thin washer on the back. And the nut. And now before you tighten this up, check to make sure that these parts are holding together like they should. You should get a structure that looks like this. Okay, and we're gonna connect it at the other side. So, thin washer. We put this through the outside. The thick washer in between. We put it through the second leg. Add another thin washer. And then our nut. And now we can tighten up these assemblies a little bit. We want them snug, not super tight at this point, because we want this joint to be able to move. Okay. So this is the structure that we wanted. Is this right? Or did I get this wrong?
The other way around.
Like this. Okay. So this is essentially what it looks like at this point. Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to do that. Yeah, we'll get this sorted. There we go. Okay. And now we're going to be adding this part, which is labeled as D. And D is going to go, if you notice, D is wider on one side than on the other. And there's also a side where the wires are below, and there's a side where the wires are above. We want the side where the wires are above. And we're going to turn this so that the narrower side goes on the inside here, like this. And again, screw in a washer, push this through. Actually, I don't think I need that washer there. Okay, so this one. And to keep this together, since I've got the other side done, I'm going to put this other piece in here. So we take another one of these, a washer, put that through from the outside. And once you have these two screws in, your device will stand on its own, and that helps you put it together. I'm going to turn this around, and I'm going to repeat this on the other side. So, okay. Screw in a washer. Take this from the outside, put it in the end, which already has threads. Screw in a washer. We'll put this through from the outside. Now our structure is pretty stable. So we're going to tighten up these screws and then finish the assembly. Okay. And now that this has the shape that you want, you can tighten these middle screws a little bit more. So we'll tighten these these support screws, and we'll finish tightening the middle screws. Final step of the assembly is to take their 2 remaining A rods, and we are going to install these braces. So, a screw, a washer, washer on the inside, and this is the bottom. This is the shorter of these braces, which are marked F. Tighten up the other end. Another washer. And this one, because of the geometry, there's not going to be a lot of space here. So this one, it'll take a little bit of careful work to get this rod on here. My fingers are slipping, excuse me. Whoop. There we go. Got it. Okay, and we're going to do the same with the outside rod here. So, screw and washer. Not quite sure why this is so tight. Oh, I loosen this at the other end. The holes in these braces are elongated. They're not perfectly round, so there is some room for adjustment. I'm going to make this one only finger tight so I can have easier access to this side. So now this one again from the outside. With our support. Another washer on the inside. We put this together so it fits. Okay. And now we can tighten it up. We will tighten up the other end of this one too. The final step is to attach the cloth basket. So we unfold it, and we note that on the outside there are some Velcro fasteners. So start with the long side, wrap this over, and attach your Velcro fasteners. Go around to the other side and do the same thing. the top and attach these. Now these also have pockets on the side. So we will open these. These only have 2 fasteners instead of 3. So we open these fasteners, fold them over the bar, and refasten them. We're going to do the same here. So we unfasten, fold it over the edge, and refasten. Then we smooth out the box. We're finished. Our garden box is assembled. That's it. Nice looking device. Thank you.